Honey. I'm the On Point Stitcher. Welcome back to my Flosstube for Flosstube number 12. Today is October 14th, 2023. It's a Saturday. It is finally fall. The colors on the trees are finally starting to change colors. I'm going to try to convince my husband to take us for a drive up in the mountains this weekend, hopefully tomorrow after church, so that we can go enjoy the leaves. The leaves here change and fall so quickly that it's like autumn didn't even happen. It's like it was a day and it's gone. So hopefully we will be able to catch it and enjoy some time together tomorrow. So fingers crossed that happens. I wanted to just say thank you for returning to all of my guests that have been with me for a little while, and welcome to my new subscribers. I've had a little influx of new subscribers within the last couple of weeks, and so welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and let's get into it. So the idea of a project bag was very, very well received. And so I do have a giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, sorry about that. I did have to pause for just a second because my husband just came home and I wasn't sure if he was going to come through the front door, and he's got my brother-in-law with him. So I was like, I don't know if they're going to be super loud or if I'm going to have to pause or restart or whatever. So I think I hear them coming in through the garage, so I think we're good. So if we get interrupted, that's what's going on. They came home and they're probably excited and want to tell me what's going on. So let's start with the largest project that I now own, thanks to Alicia, and he did decide to come through the front door, so that's all right. I did let him know that I was filming, so I'm sure he will just go and hang out in the living room. So thanks to Alicia from Adventures in Stitching, I now own the Grand Library. This is by charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and artwork is by Amy Stewart. So let's see. Oh, and last time I was like, I'm not sure how to say the hashtag that Alicia had chosen, so she let me know. It is Tour to Win Library Sal, and I am sure that if you would like to join us, if you have this one, feel free to use that hashtag. We'd love to see where you're at. She did restart, and I love where she's at. She's up in this left-hand corner. And I was really, really hoping to finish up that corner, get all the way over to that corner before I put this one down, but I was out of time, and it is what it is. So I put in 3,405 stitches since the last time that you saw this one, and brought it to 5.62%. So that one is looking good. And so just to recap on this one, this is an adopted project from Alicia, and she was using CXC and wasn't happy with the coverage that she was getting with all the different options, and so she did send it to me, and I am using DMC, so I'm doing 1/1 on 18 count, or sorry, 28 count easy grid. And it's turning out really nicely. You really can't see much of a difference with the CXC and the DMC, so that is good. There's a slight difference, but it's really not that bad. And when I was talking to Angie about it, she was like, well, you know, it kind of looks like there's just a difference in the shading. And I was like, yep, you are right. So, so I'm really glad that it's looking really nicely. And then the other hashtag for that one is Alicia started it. So that one, I am not sure when I'm pulling that one out again. I do have plans for the rest of October, so we'll chat about that in a little bit. The next one that I worked on So as soon as October hit, I was like, I really fell behind on my Advent animal sal. I was two animals behind, and so I needed to catch up. So this month I kind of need to do 4 Advent animals to stay on track, because I do have family coming in November, and I'm gonna have family for like 3 weeks or something like that, and so I might not be able to pull out a large project like I would like to for the month, and I might not have a whole lot of stitching time because they really like to play games and things like that. So for the month of November, I was like, if I'm gonna make it to the goal of having the I cannot say Advent today. My goodness, dyslexia sometimes just gets the better of me. Anyhow, if I wanted to get to my goal of finishing the Advent Animals Sal by December so that we can enjoy it by December, then I really had to pick up my game. So I've got a couple more of them finished, and I have another one started, and I'm on the final stretch, and I've got a needle hanging. I'm going to move that needle just a little bit, so please don't mind that. I have been taking this one as travel stitching while my daughter is in ballet class. So here is the piece in all of its entirety, and sorry, it's a little folded at the bottom. It's a little bit better. So we're on the home stretch, we're on that bottom. So the last you saw it, I had finished the lion, Larry Lion. I, for some reason, wanted to call him Lionel or something. I have started and finished Odette. I did make a change on Odette. I'm sure you guys are probably a little tired of hearing me say I did make a change. So on Odette, the angel was supposed to be in blue, and because that blue is so close to the color of my fabric, I went ahead and changed it to purple. And I know it's hard to see, but on her hands in the original is actually, they're down by her side, and I changed that to putting her hands together just so that you could see them a little bit better, because that color doesn't really show up very well on my fabric. So that is the other change that I made. And I haven't she's supposed to have a bow on her head, and I haven't gotten to doing that yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to just get a little ribbon bow and have a ribbon bow for her. And then the next one that I started and completed was Ethan Elephant. So here is Ethan Elephant, and believe it or not, he is stitched as charted. There's no changes on him. I liked him just as he is. No, I lied. The only change that I made, and it's very slight, is the color of his mouth. It's supposed to be a little bit of a brighter pink, and I changed it to a little bit of a lighter pink, just for personal preference. And I did start Pink Panda. She should be done by the next time you guys see her. So I started with the white so that that wouldn't get too dirty and or have any kind of transfer. So the white is done on her, and she's gonna be really pretty. I really like her. So that is where I'm at, and that is done on a 18 count that I dyed myself. I did it, I was originally an ivory color that I dyed with, what color Rit dye is that? I think it's royal blue. I think I used royal blue Rit dye. But let me know if you are planning on doing this one and you like the color of this fabric. It's not quite the color that you see it. It's a little bit darker. It's hard to describe. But anyway, if you are interested in some fabric that color, let me know. and I'd be happy to dye that for you because I do still have some more of that dye. All right, and then so plans on Advent Animals is to get Ping Panda done and to start, I don't remember his name, but the next one is the alligator. So hopefully I will get him completed within the month of October as well. So that's the goal. We'll see if I make it. I'm not sure if I'll make that one. We will see. Next one I worked on is Marigold. She is the Autumn Dragon by Sheena Pike. So this is Autumn Dragon by Sheena Pike, and my kids named her Marigold. And I'm working down here in her tail, like right in here. And since I showed her to you, I worked on her, I think 2 or 3 times. And this is where I am now. And I've been working in all of this here. And I put in 831 stitches since you saw her last a couple of weeks ago. And so I am at 34.66%. And I told Angie that I would be picking this one up. I scheduled Tuesdays out. That was our original sal date, was on Tuesdays, because I had other sals like almost every single day, and Tuesdays is a pretty good day. You don't have to work on your Sheena Pike. You can work on it any day. Just Tuesdays kind of work a little bit better for me. But I have that scheduled to remember to pick this one up now on at least once a week. So we should be seeing this one a little bit more. This one is Sheena Pike Sal, and you're more than welcome to join or just check out the hashtag. There's a lot of different stitches or stitchers doing lots of different Sheena Pike. And there's a new one, the Rainbow Dragon. And so we have a new stitcher working on that one. I think she's working on another one with us, but she put that one in for the sal, and so I'm so excited to see that one come together. It's really, really cute. So that is Marigold, Autumn Dragon by Sheena Pike. Next, I do have notes. That's why I keep on looking down. I'm sorry if that is bothersome. I forgot to pull these through. See if I can find them really quickly, but I'll chat with you while I am doing that. This one is High Low. It is an MC Escher piece charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Everyone, editing stuff here. Real quick, High Low is a sal that is High Low Sal, or you can use Stitch Escher as your hashtag. That way, if you're working on any Escher piece, I can see it. Feel free to join, and I will put in a picture of what High Low is supposed to be looking like when it is complete right here. All right, back to your regular program. All right, here we go. So this one is my full coverage October piece. I want to try to get a page finish on this one, and since you saw this one last, I put in 1,719 stitches, which brings me to 6.87%. So I am enjoying working on this one again. This is one of those ones that I've told you I could probably just work on this one for monogamously for quite some time, because this one is so incredibly relaxing. I really enjoy this one. This one you can sit down with one color and use up all of your stitching time and just work one color. It's very relaxing. I really enjoy this one. The thing is though, is it's not just like boring block stitching. Like if you're doing a background or something, because there's so much going on, there is change in shading and shape and all kinds of things. And so even though you're doing a lot of stitches in one color, you're moving around a lot. It's really interesting. It's a different way of stitching a lot of block color. I like it. I'm really enjoying this one. So this one I am planning on working on for the rest of October. Hopefully we'll get to that page finish. That would be really nice. If I get to the page finish, the thought is to go ahead and finish Advent Animals. If I've gotten that far, we'll see. It would be really nice to get that done, because then I wouldn't have to put any extra pressure on myself to have any goals for November. So we shall see, because there's so much going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So this week I won't have a whole lot of stitching time, because I have a fundraiser that we do annually with a friend of mine. She lives out kind of in the middle of nowhere, and she has 2 horses, and she has enough space that she does a fundraising fall festival every single year. And I was one of her original gals that did it with her. And so like the first year it was myself, her, and my kids, and her husband, and then her best friend. And her best friend does pictures with her show horse, and I was her only vendor that year, and she had pony rides and things like that. So ever since then, it has just grown. This will be our 4th year, and last year I think we had 4 horses for the pony rides, and we had a whole line of vendors, and we had games, and we always have food. But it's a fundraising event, and all of the money goes to Mary's Home. It's an incredible, it's so great that we get the chance to be able to help out a family in need. And so this year we've got a goal in mind to help out a family, so we're really excited. Anyway, I told her, so last year I wasn't able to be a vendor because it was too close to my surgery, and so I couldn't do it. So I went and I helped for one day, but I didn't do any vending myself, but I was doing cotton candy all day on Saturday last year. So this year I told her I would be a vendor, because I had a lot of people asking me that if I would come back and be a vendor. So I will be working on cookies all week, and yeah, there really won't be any stitching time. I went and got all my supplies today, so I'm in it. So I'll try to get some pictures and try to share some of the cookies and stuff that I make with you guys. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And then in November, my daughter has a show. She's doing a show, I think the 2nd week of November, and my other daughter, my younger daughter, is doing a tournament, like I think the 1st week of November. And then we have family and Thanksgiving and all kinds of things for November. So it's gonna be a very, very busy month. But even though it's gonna be a busy month, I'm gonna try to get Flosstube in before we have family come in, so that I can do my giveaway. So speaking of, let's go ahead and chat about the giveaway. You guys were really, really well receiving of the idea of project bags, and I had a lot of you say that you liked the shape and the size and things like that, because you don't necessarily have to use it for a cross stitch project. You can use it for knitting, crocheting, or just anything, whatever it is that you might need a bag for. And so I got to thinking about it, and I was like, why not? Let's go ahead and do a bag giveaway. I've also made some extra bags with some fabric that I have laying around. When I get those fixed, I'm thinking about just putting them in Etsy shop. So let me know if you guys like that idea, because I'm kind of nervous about the whole thing. But yeah, so I've got 2 completely done, and one is 3/4 done, and then I have a couple others that that needs started, but they needed a different thread color, and so yeah, I decided to wait on that. Speaking of, I found an amazing deal on a new sewing machine, so I'm super excited about that. I can't even tell you, I was driving past one of our secondhand stores that tends to carry sewing machines every now and then, and I was like, my sewing machine is old and she doesn't work very well, and even when I get her up to par, she only works well for a couple of weeks. And so she was a hand-me-down, and I've just been making her work, and her stitches are wonky, and so on the bottom, if you don't sew, on the bottom of a sewing machine there's feet, and they go like this. So they go up and down, and they grab the fabric and they push the fabric through. Well, she has one foot that works fine, and then the other is a little slow, and so you basically have to like stitch at an angle to make her go straight. It's kind of silly. So I have been looking for a new sewing machine, and I found one. I'm super excited, and she works like she's brand new. So I'm like, I don't even know why she's here, but I got a great deal on her. It was like $25, and she's like a $500 machine, and the only thing that I can find that's wrong with her is she needs the section that holds the thread. There's like a little piece of plastic that you put on to hold the thread in place, and it's got a nick in it, so every now and then the thread will get stuck in it and it'll make her angry, and I have to release it so that she'll go back to sewing correctly. And then it looks like someone took like a screwdriver and like shoved it underneath a section where the fabric moves through, but the fabric doesn't catch on it or anything like that, and so I don't even notice it. It's perfectly fine. So I am very, very happy with my purchase. So on to the bags. I have a funny story about that. So I fell in love with a remnant piece of fabric, and I was like, oh, that would be a really cute bag. And then the idea of doing a giveaway came up. I was like, that'd be great, that'd be fun, it'd be cute. So I have a good bag, and I have a funny bag. So this is the project bag, and it can hold an 11x8 Q-snap and all of the things, and it has small handles, so you can't really stick this one on your shoulder, but you can, you know, carry. And then the inside is a red fabric, which just kind of looks like it's a little brunch or something. So this is the first bag that I'm giving away. If you'd like this one, please use the word breakfast. And you know the deal. Don't use any keywords like giveaway or anything like that. I know you've heard it from a lot of other people. Don't use any of those keywords. We don't want any trolls. I want to give it away to one of my subscribers. Please be a subscriber so that you can win the bag. And then because I got such a good response, I went ahead and said, you know what, I'll go ahead and do 2 bags to give away. But I got cocky. While I was cutting out the fabric, I was like, this would be a whole lot faster, because like I said, I have been making some other bags to see if they might sell, because I don't really see this style of bag sold very often. I see a lot of people make them and things like that, but this is just the type of bag that I make for myself. And so anyway, I got too cocky and decided to cut through multiple layers of fabric. And so instead of cutting the fabric and making sure that all the fabric was going the right way, I just folded it in so one fabric was going the right way and one was going the wrong way. So she upside down. And I was like, oh no, I can't make this one, or I can make it smaller, or I can just keep it, or I don't even know. But my kids actually convinced me that they really liked it the way it was. They thought it was funny. They liked the fabric. My kids absolutely love the fabric. And one of my daughters was like, I actually prefer the upside down one because, you know, if you put it down at your feet and you're working on your project, you can look down and it looks right side up. I was like, okay, that's very thoughtful of you. That's a good way to think about it, and to ignore the fact that I put the fabric upside down. So if you are interested in this bag, please use the word upside down. No hyphens or anything like that, just upside down. So yeah, that's the upside down bag, and it's got a red zipper. This one has a white zipper, and this one has a red, and the inside is the same type of fabric. So I am not a seamstress, so please don't judge. My mom is a professional seamstress. She used to do bridal. So I can use a sewing machine, but I'm human, I make mistakes, and these are just for fun. So if you'd like these, please be a subscriber and like the video and comment below. This is for US only. I'm sorry. I don't know what shipping will be on these yet, and so yeah. Use the words if you want the regular one that everything is right side up, please use breakfast, and the other one use upside down. Other than that, that's all the projects that I worked on. I'm actually surprised that I have 4 projects to work on, because I don't work on as many projects as I used to during the week, because I'm really enjoying just seeing a lot of progress. So thank you very much to all of you that commented and let me know that you'd rather see more videos than to wait and just see a lot of projects. I really appreciate that little boost of encouragement. It has really helped, and it's made me excited to come back and do more floss tubes more often. So my goal is to try to get a floss tube out to you guys at least every 2 weeks, because hopefully I will have maybe something small finished and a large project. I can't guarantee like how many large projects, but I was watching Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher, and I really liked her idea. She wants to try to get like one project finished every 6 months, and what's so funny is that's kind of where I've been at lately. I've been thinking, you know, I should really strive to get more projects done so that I can see more of these projects up on the wall and enjoy them, or, you know, whoever I've made them for, they can enjoy it. And so I don't know how that's going to work yet, but for now, until I decide on which project I want to work on as just my main project to try to get done, I'd have to pick like a smaller project, because I don't have any big projects that are within like the 6-month range that's like workable for me. But what I'd really like to do is kind of something similar. So Suki was saying that she wants to have a project finished every 6 months, and then have another project that just kind of like piggybacks, and then she has that project done. So she wouldn't be just working on one project. So I was thinking, you know, if I'm able to get to my goal for that month within like the 3 weeks, then I could move on and work on another project and then come back to that project, or I don't know. We will see. And the other thing too is I really like getting a small project done, and I really like to see more like ornaments, handmade ornaments and things like that on a tree. I'd really like to have a cross stitch tree. It was really cute that we did one last year that had just like all of Nona's finishes on them. And so I was like, you know, I really like the idea of having a cross stitch tree. And so I have a couple of like sets of ornaments and things like that that I've got from Etsy and just different places. And so when I'm done with Advent animals, I'd like to try to get in something like that. And then I also have like other sales and projects and stuff that I just don't get to. Just there's not enough time in the week or something. And I would really like to kind of keep up with some of those a little bit better. So I'll have more projects, but there will be like that main. So we'll see. I don't know. I love the idea of having a finish of something larger every 6 months, but I don't know how to do it quite yet. So we'll see. So that is everything that I have for updates and plans and all the things. Comment below with those keywords so that I can pull a name next time and have some winners. I am shooting for, let me look and see what that date will be. Maybe, perhaps. Oh, I was like, I know I have my scheduling book like right here. Where is it? So let's see. I want to try to be back probably by the first weekend of November. So like the 4th or 5th, somewhere around there. I'm gonna try to do either that Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm gonna try to have a video up. So you have until then to get your comment in, and good luck to all of you. I'm really excited for you guys, and I hope that you comment so you can win a bag. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. And again, welcome to all of you that are new. I really appreciate you coming and being here and watching my video today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you next time. Happy stitching. Bye.